Before you continue watching, make sure you're in a place free from distractions because what The View did to Karoline Leavitt last week is igniting a social media firestorm, and you're going to see why people are furious. Karoline, the former White House press liaison, is well known for her succinct and straightforward analysis of national security issues. Anticipating a policy debate, she had consented to participate in the panel via satellite to talk about a current foreign policy problem. Rather, she encountered a torrent of insults and personal attacks that intensified more quickly than a Russian cyber attack. The host mocked her qualifications, disparaged her experience, and questioned her motivations in front of a live audience, treating her more like a caricature than a smart analyst from the first moment her face came on television. It began innocently enough, talking about alliance pledges and troop withdrawals. Then one of the co-hosts joked, "Karoline, you just graduated from law school. Why do you think you can teach us about geopolitics? Seriously, you've never set foot outside DC, have you?" Another person added, lowering her voice for dramatic effect. Karoline's rehearsed retort, "I served on international delegations and advised senior officials," was met with scoffs as laughter ensued and the studio lights brightened. She had no real-world street cred and was being called a hired mouthpiece by minute 3. At-home viewers reacted immediately. Within seconds, the hashtag Stand with Karoline went viral on Twitter, with thousands of people denouncing the personal assaults, calling on The View to issue an apology, and applauding Karoline's composure in the face of criticism. One tweet said, "Stand with Karoline, they're supposed to ask tough questions, not humiliate her. The worst display of on-air bullying I've ever seen. Discipline those hosts," said another. Both liberal and conservative voices, however, denounced the tone of the episode, emphasizing that it is inappropriate to make fun of a guest's age, background, or clothing in a serious conversation. According to insiders, the producers were rushing behind the scenes. They had anticipated a meaningful conversation when they had scheduled Karoline, but instead they saw the host stray into ad hominem terrain. Red lights flickered, floor managers murmured frantic notes, and scripts were ripped up. Later, one producer said, "We lost control. It was mean-spirited improvisation rather than a planned event." Karoline's last comments before the stream dropped, "I came here to discuss policy, not play into stereotypes," hung in the air like a challenge, and attempts to cut to commercial came too late. ABC has already released a statement apologizing if guests felt disrespected. However, many viewers believe this to be a non-apology. A Change.org petition calling for The View to apologize on air received over 50,000 signatures in a single day, and advertisers paused their commercials. Karoline, meanwhile, has remained composed, writing on Instagram, "I support polite conversation. Without disparaging one another, we can have disagreements." Hundreds of thousands of people have already liked her article, and other analysts, and even some previous critics have left encouraging comments. What can we learn from this episode then? In the first place, it emphasizes how easily arguments may devolve into bullying when they are driven by ego and ratings. Second, it serves as a reminder that knowledge and experience are not to be derided, but rather respected. Third, it demonstrates how viewers can demand accountability when on-air decorum is compromised for dramatic effect. A national discussion concerning the morality of televised debate and whether any guest should endure such a degree of personal assault has been sparked by Karoline's dignity in the face of mockery. Here are some things you can do if you think The View should offer Karoline Leavitt a sincere apology and a pledge to improve conversation. Share this story with #StandWithKaroline. Contact ABC's Public Affairs Office to ask for a formal on-air apology, and watch next week to see if the hosts respond to the criticism. Because we reclaim the airwaves from the divisive shout-fest culture when viewers band together to support civil discourse.